It is Monday, September 21st, 2020, and you are tuned into DIRTRACKR Daily. I'm Justin Fiedler. Welcome to a new week. Hope everybody had a good weekend. All across the country, it seems like the dirt racing season is kind of starting to wind down. A lot of tracks have closed up shop or are closing up shop for the year, and there aren't a whole lot of big series races left. So we do have some good points battles going on right now kind of across the country, and there's plenty of storylines from over the weekend to talk about. First up, the Luke Soul Late Model Dirt Series was at I-80 Speedway over the weekend for 3 nights of racing, culminating in Saturday night's show paying $30,000 to win. This was originally supposed to be the Late Model Knoxville Nationals weekend. On Thursday night, Shane Clanton led the first 10 laps of the feature, but Kyle Strickler, after the heartbreak at Eldora, losing the win on that final lap, was out for redemption. He took the lead on lap 11 and held off a challenge from Clanton on the white flag lap to take his first ever series win. Clanton finished second, Josh Richards third, Chris Madden fourth, and Jimmy Owens was fifth. Strickler is the 19th different Lucas winner so far this season. Over to Friday, Brandon Overton and Tim McCreadie led most of the feature, but late in the going, Jimmy Owens tracked McCreadie down and took the lead, coming to 3 to go. Owens held off the 39 over the final few laps to get his 11th Lucas win of 2020. McCreadie was second, Overton third, Devin Moran fourth, and Darrell Lanigan was fifth. Saturday night's feature was set up by action the first 2 nights, and it was Josh Richards and Brandon Overton starting together on the front row. Most of the first half of the race was led by Josh Richards, and most of the second half of the race was led by Jimmy Owens, but with big money on the line, it was Tim McCreadie returning the favor to Owens from the night before. McCreadie tracked down Owens late this time, taking the lead with 3 laps to go and driving away to the $30,000 win. Owens finished second, Ricky Thornton Jr. was third from 11th, Josh Richards fourth, and Kyle Strickler finished fifth. It was McCreadie's 6th win of the season, but he continues to trail Owens in the standings by a very wide margin. Leaving I-80, the gap is still 605 points with only 7 races remaining. Lucas Late Models are back Friday at Brownstown Speedway. The World of Outlaws Sprint Car Series had 2 shows over the weekend, opening up Friday at Lawton Speedway in Oklahoma. It was the series' first trip to Lawton since 1985. I don't think I've really talked about it on the show, but it's been a crazy few weeks here for Darren Pittman. He announced a while back that this would be his final season racing full-time, which I both understand and am bummed about. Darren won the championship my first year working for the Outlaws, and I've always had a ton of respect for him as a driver. The series certainly won't be the same without him, but on the same standpoint, with his daughters getting older, I completely understand and get why he wants to walk away and do something different. There is no substitute for that family time. It's going to be sad without him. It's certainly going to be a different series without him. But again, it's been great watching him over his career. Certainly going to miss him, but it's been fun being able to see him do all of the things that he's done over the years, win championships, win races, all of these things. So we found out late last week that Pittman, though, won't finish the season in the Roth Motorsports 85 or 83, and then he was leaving the team following Lawton and Devil's Bowl. He's going to team up with Hefner Racing to run Eldora this week with the All-Stars, and then the final World of Outlaws stretch in the team's number 72 machine. Roth Motorsports, in turn, has decided to put Spencer Baston in the 83 for the remaining Outlaw schedule, which will be a great opportunity for him. With all that said, Lawton was going to be a big one for Pittman, being in his home state of Oklahoma and his final weekend in the 83. He certainly did not disappoint. He went third quick in qualifying on Friday, won his heat and the dash to start on the pole for the feature. Except for 2 brief challenges late in the going for Brad Sweet, it was all Pittman in the night's feature. He led all 35 laps en route to his first Outlaw win of 2020 and first since Gold Cup back in 2019. I believe it was a span of 53 races between his wins. Sweet finished second, David Gravel third, Sheldon Hodenshield fourth, and Logan Schuchart was fifth. It was Pittman's 86th career World of Outlaws win. He was certainly pumped up in victory lane, mentioning the family and friends in the stands watching him. Following Friday night, Sweet had pushed the points lead to 16 over Schuchart, but Schuchart would be on the move on Saturday night to cut it right back down again. Devil's Bowl has been a good track for the 1S team in the last few seasons, and that continued over the weekend. Just like Pittman on Friday, Schuchart was third quick in qualifying and won his heat. He finished fifth in the dash, which put him fifth at the start of the night's feature. David Gravel was the early leader in the feature, but Schuchart was on the move behind him, moving into second by lap 8. It was only a few laps later with David Gravel blocked in behind a lap car that Schuchart made his move for the lead. The 1S led lap 15 and quickly stretched it out over Gravel and the field. Over the final half of the race, Schuchart kept Gravel at bay to get his 6th win of the season and first since Terre Haute back in July. The win was also Schuchart's 2nd in a row at Devil's Bowl. Gravel finished 2nd, Sheldon Hodenshield 3rd, Brad Sweet 4th, and Jacob Allen rounded out the top 5. David Gravel just continues to rack up top 10 finishes, with Saturday night being his 26th in a row. In 38 World of Outlaws starts this season, he has 36 top 10s. I've said it before, but it's a shame he's missed 2 races because we'd have a 3-way battle for the championship right now with him in the mix between Sweet and Schuchart. Schuchart's win sees him cut Sweet's points lead back down to 8 heading into a 3-race weekend. Schatz, Hodenschild, and Macedo are all starting to fade a bit behind the top 2. The Outlaws are back Thursday at Plymouth. The All-Stars were in Pennsylvania over the weekend for the final time in 2020. Friday night, the series took on Williams Grove Speedway with $5,000 on the line and a guaranteed spot in Saturday's Dirt Classic at Lincoln Speedway. Besides seeing what else Kyle Larson could win, the storyline I was watching was whether or not Corey Eliason could continue to close the gap on Aaron Reitzel for the series championship. At the Grove, Gio Scelzi led the early going in the feature, but Reitzel ran him down and took the top spot right before halfway. Behind the top 2, Larson and Brian Brown had a heck of a battle going on for third. At the end, though, it was Reitzel holding off Scelzi to get his 10th series win of 2020. Scelzi finished second, Kyle Larson third, Paul McMahon fourth, and Brent Marks was fifth. A 12th place finish for Eliason meant Reitzel added 24 points to his lead heading to Saturday at Lincoln. For the $20,000 to win Dirt Classic on Saturday night, All-Star competitors saw what they've seen from Kyle Larson so many times this season, and that was the tail tank of his 57 machine. Larson held off Rico Abreu in the early going and led all 40 laps en route to his 14th All-Star win and 39th total win of 2020. Aaron Reitzel finished second, Brent Marks third, Rico Abreu fourth, and Anthony McCreadie was fifth. Larson's last All-Star win came at Knoxville in August, and it was the longest stretch of starts with the series this season between wins for Larson at 4. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but it's been something we haven't really seen from Larson. He either wins, he's basically either won, finished second, and when he's gone, a race or 2 without a win, he comes right back with another win. So 4 races almost seems like a long stretch there. A 7th place finish for Eliason on Saturday saw Reitzel stretch the points lead out again, with the difference now being 84 points with only 4 shows remaining. I wanted to point out 2 drivers, both kind of with opposite experiences with the All-Stars. Anthony McCreadie has done well against the series in Pennsylvania this year, getting 11 top 10 finishes in 11 starts, including 7 top 5s and a win. Brian Brown, on the other hand, has had absolutely terrible luck, especially lately. He's finished outside the top 15 in 7 of his last 9 All-Star starts, including all 5 Pennsylvania shows he's attempted here in the last week or 2. Let's hope his luck turns around soon, though. That's been absolutely brutal to watch. The All-Stars are back in action starting tomorrow night for 2 nights at Eldora as part of the Governor's Reign. We'll talk about that more on the show tomorrow. In USAC Sprint Car action, Chris Windham led all 30 laps Friday night at Terre Haute to grab his 3rd win of 2020. Dave Darlin, Justin Grant, Robert Ballou, and Brady Bacon rounded out the top 5. On Saturday at Tri-State Speedway, Kendall Rubel led the final 10 laps to get his first ever series win in an upset. Chase Stockin, Jaden Rogers, Robert Ballou, and Critter Malone were the rest of the top 5. With 3 races left in 2020, Chris Windham holds the points lead, but only by 8 over Brady Bacon. Chase Stockin is 3rd, only 36 points out. The series is back this Friday and Saturday at Gas City and Kokomo for the double weekend. At the Jesse Hockett Daniel McMillan Memorial over the weekend at Lucas Oil Speedway, Mario Klauser won the first 2 nights in war sprint car action, while Garrett Aiken took home the big money on the final night. Mark Smith won the ASCS sprint car portion for the first 2 nights, while Sam Haverteep Jr. was the $10,000 winner on Saturday. Riley Kreisel continues to lead the war sprint points, while Sam Haverteep is in control of the ASCS national points. Other weekend late model winners include Mike Marlar earning $20,000 at Richmond Raceway in Kentucky. Michael Chilton won in Ironman action at Ponderosa. Garrett Alberson at Sycamore. Cade Dillard at Revolution Park. Boom Briggs at Erie's. And Matt Cosner at Roaring Knob. For more late model results, check out dirtondirt.com. Other weekend open wheel winners include Shane Golobic in 360 action at Huset's, Paul Nienheiser at Jacksonville, Max Stambaugh at Lernerville, DJ Netto at Ocean, Cole Duncan at Atomic, DJ Foos at Fremont, and Tanner Carrick at Placerville. For more weekend open wheel winners, check out tjslideways.com. And finally today, Jeff Strunk picked up a big $35,000 payday, winning the 50th Freedom 76 modified race at Grandview Speedway. Matt Shepard, Mike Guler, Brett Cressley, and Bobby Varon rounded out the top 5. That's it for the show today. Hope everybody has a good Monday. You can find Dirt Tracker Daily on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or where you get podcasts. Please subscribe and leave a review. You can also watch the show every day on YouTube and Facebook. You can email the show at info@dirttracker.com, and you can follow along at facebook.com/dirttracker, twitter.com/dirttracker, and the website itself, dirttracker.com. You can follow me personally on Twitter at Justin_Fiedler, and don't forget to sign up for the Dirt Tracker weekly newsletter. Thanks everybody for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow for more Dirt Tracker Daily.